We're going to step away from weather coverage for just a minute for some breaking news unfolding right now. Law enforcement now on the scene of a shooting where we now know 2 people are dead. All of this unfolding in Kannapolis.
Yeah, happening at the Social Services office in Kannapolis, we're told. Police say the 2 people were shot in a parking lot. We are just now getting this information into our newsroom. So there are so many details we don't know. We don't know who these individuals are or the circumstances surrounding whenever this took place. Again, we're learning this in real time. We're not sure if we're just getting this information after this incident took place earlier or at a different time. So all of those details we're expecting to get here soon. We do have a reporter, our Anna King, headed to that scene. She will join us live as soon as she gets there.
If you are watching us right now from Kannapolis, I want to give you a sense of where this is happening. It's right near the corner. You can see here on this map of Cannon Boulevard and Dale Earnhardt Boulevard as well. A well-known area there in town. If you live there, you know it. The Social Services building there. Also important context here, folks, is Social Services office. It's going to house things that deal with family services, child protective services, fostering services, things like that. People who might have issues with food stamps. They'll go to an office like this. So at any moment on a Wednesday morning at 9:30, it could be a place that's busy with not only families, but kids as well. That context is really important to understand when we tell you 2 people are now dead in a shooting that unfolded in broad daylight in the middle of a parking lot there in the center of Kannapolis.
Yeah, so we will circle back to this breaking news as we get more details and, of course, have a live report for you here shortly.
All right. Okay, I'm told we're pulling up right here. Here's a Google map. This is what I was just talking about just moments ago. Again, this all happening there at the corner of Cannon and Dale Earnhardt. A busy place, a number of restaurants there as well in the nearby area. You can see the size of that parking lot. This house is a rather large department. Social Services, as I mentioned, encompasses all sorts of different services. Whether you live there in Cabarrus County or not, your county has one of these, and you might be aware of it. And it's a host of social services that can be attained there. We don't know anything really about the 2 people involved or any possible suspects, but we can tell you, can guarantee you that this is a place that had a lot of people that likely had nothing to do with this at the time, that were likely either nearby or at least maybe even watch something like this happen. We also know, for greater context, you can see on this map, there is actually an elementary school nearby, really increasing the danger of when you start to have shots being fired in a populated area.
Yeah, this social service center expected to have opened at 8 a.m. this morning. Typical hours 8 to 5. If indeed this incident happened just within the last hour or so as we are getting this information in, then that would indicate that there could have been a large number of people out there receiving resources at the time of the shooting. We have been told by law enforcement that 2 people were shot in the parking lot of that social services office, that they are deceased. Again, we do not know any of the circumstances surrounding this incident. We don't know if those 2 individuals were known to each other or if this was entirely random. As this investigation unfolds, the Kannapolis police are overseeing it and working through those details in real time. We have requested several more details regarding this, waiting to hear back.
As we mentioned, we know a school there nearby. We're checking right now to see if it is on a lockdown. Often, as you know, that happens in a situation like this, of where you have an active shooter situation. At this point, we don't know if this is still active or not. We know this is new. This is somewhat recent. We don't know if it's active. But Kannapolis police now in charge of this as of this morning. We spoke to the sheriff's department up there in Cabarrus County. They gave us a little bit of information, but then referred any other information right now to the Kannapolis Police Department. If you're just now joining us right now, it's live at 9:28 on WCNC Plus. We've been covering weather for the better part of the morning, and we will continue to cover that. But again, just in the last few minutes, confirmation: 2 people shot to death in the middle of the parking lot outside Social Services there in Kannapolis.
Absolutely devastating. We know that agency is working hard. Normally in circumstances like this, we see multiple agencies coming together to assist. We are being told that those schools have been were having remote learning just because of the weather that we're experiencing experiencing. So hopefully that reduces any impact to students.
We have a crew on the way right now to the scene. Once they get there, we'll be sure to put them up live right now, right here on WCNC Plus, because a lot of questions that we have right now about if this is still an active situation, if there's an area there cordoned off by police officers. Again, this is in the middle of what is a pretty busy area there in Kannapolis with other restaurants and shops as well. We want to make sure that what's the status of suspects in a situation like this, and if there's any other active threat to the people either there at the office or there in the parking lot.
Yeah, with this happening right in the parking lot of a social services center, ideally there would be quite a few cameras in that area that could pick up any information that law enforcement may need as they get into the investigation part of their investigation. Right now, we don't know exactly when this happened, but let's say it happened within the past 30 minutes to an hour, in which case they may still just be responding to the scene and all the people that were potentially there, as that business was expected to have opened at 8 a.m. this morning.
There's no reason to believe the two are all related, but it is odd. It strikes me that we came on the air as breaking news last Friday at midday with the shooting outside a community center here in Charlotte, where again you often have kids, you often have families, you often have a lot of innocent bystanders, people going to that center just to get services. And here we are less than a week later up in Kannapolis. We're coming on the air here on streaming WCNC Plus to tell you that at a social services office where again a lot of people go, a lot of families, kids go for services, 2 people are now killed in a shooting there.
And I'll read that statement exactly as we received it here. This coming from the Cabarrus County Sheriff's Office now. They can confirm there were 2 people shot in the parking lot and they are deceased. The statement goes on to say this will be a Kannapolis Police Department investigation, asking us to direct any further questions there. A lot of the times in investigations like this, you see a lot of departments coming together to try to find more information. We'll continue to follow it. We do have a crew that is on the way to that scene now.
Yeah, as soon as they get there, we'll be sure to check in with them. But in the meantime, right now at 9:31 on WCNC Plus.